What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video review. This one's going to be doing a double review this week. We're going to end the Season 2 reviews today. We're going to do a review for Season 2, Episode 4, and Season 2, Episode 5, which is the season finale and the end of The Walking Dead Telltale Games Season 2. Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another Walking Dead video for the Walking Dead Telltale Game series. This one, of course, today we're going to be reviewing not only Episode 4 of Season 2, but Episode 5 also of Season 2. So we're going to be basically wrapping up Season 2 today for the Walking Dead Telltale Game series, and starting up next week, we're going to be starting Season 3, which is also kind of cool because Brian Akeem does have a live stream on Thursday where we're basically going to discuss Season 2 as a whole, but mainly these last two episodes. And it's kind of cool because this is his last live stream of the month, and this is the end of the month, his last live stream of the month, and the end of our, reviews and discussions of the Walking Dead Telltale Game Series Season 2. And then at the beginning of June, at the first Tuesday of June, I believe, right? The first Tuesday of June will be the first episode of a new season, new month, new season of Season 3 of Telltale Game Series. So kind of cool how that worked out, and that's actually why I decided to do both of these episode reviews today. Now, let's jump right in because I have a lot to say. So, these episodes right here. So, episode 4, I'm gonna scheme over this one really quick, honestly, guys. I want to get to episode 5 because episode 4 was absolutely terrible. So, episode 4, basically, we have, it's just the continuation, basically. We have them, the continuation with the Walker Guts. Kenny's girlfriend dies, who he gets mad at Clementine for, which, honestly, for me, first of all, right off the bat, Kenny in these episodes, he was terrible, honestly, and spoiler alert, yes, that is the decision I chose to do at the end of this episode, but we're going to get to that, soon. So anyway, because there was a big moment with Kenny at the end of the season that I definitely want to talk about, and, it's definitely major. So, okay, so basically, we get to spend a lot of time with Clementine and Jane in this one, where I was really starting to like her character, and then, of course, we have the option whether or not to leave Sarah or let her die. Now, sorry, same thing. Leave Sarah or keep her, with the group. So, I heard from Brian Akeem that apparently about 30 minutes or so later in the episode, she just dies anyway, which is like, really? So, okay, basically the game decides for you then. But anyway, so basically I decided to leave Sarah earlier on in the episode, so I don't know what, I think Brian told me that she dies when at some point in time when they're on the deck or something, and Rebecca's giving birth, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I have a feeling I'm wrong. But I think it's generally around that point in time. Okay, so the other big storyline is Rebecca going into labor. Now, I don't care about Rebecca. She has the baby. Okay, fine. But, really, honestly, I'm sorry, but that's all I'm going to say about it. Now, we do also have Jane, who she sleeps with Luke, and then she leaves, basically. She decides to leave, Carol Walking Dead TV series style. I was so done with Jane after that. That ruined all the Jane stuff for me in this episode. She just decided to just up and leave the group. I was like, are you freaking serious right now? And then, basically, you have the one dude that they rob earlier on in the episode, the Russian dude, who they rob, and I took all his stuff, basically, and, so I guess it was time for me to pay, basically, and we have all the Russians who surround them, basically, with guns at the end, and we have a crazy scene where Rebecca dies and turns into a walker and is about to kill her own kid, and we have, Clementine, who, now, I decided to shoot Rebecca to protect the baby, obviously, so, that is the death of Rebecca, and then we hear gunfire and stuff like that, so, really crazy scene. I didn't expect her to die, but I don't really like Rebecca as a character, so that's that. Now, Episode 5 for me is a lot better. Episode 5 really just, man, it got me, honestly. There were a lot of things. Now, the one gripe I do have with Episode 5 is they killed too many characters. They should have kept a lot of characters, but it was done in a way that was very, very good, I have to admit. We had, of course, the the bonfire scene or whatever, they're all kind of gathering around, they're drinking or whatever, and they're kind of getting to know each other. Jane, of course, is with them now. She rescues them at the beginning of the episode, obviously, and they do manage to beat the Russian people, which I found to be pretty interesting at the beginning of the episode. Of course, Clem gets the baby, and they take the one dude hostage. So, I don't know, I do like it. I thought it was really cool, but then, of course, we get to the big part of the episode, the ice, the scene where they're on the ice, and you have the death of not only Bonnie, but Luke. Now, this was definitely a big scene for me. I didn't really like it, though, because I just felt like that was a really dumb death for Luke. I found it to be very... Now, I did like it that it was on the realistic side, like, because if everybody made it on the other side of that ice, I was going to be like, okay, really? But, I liked what they did with it. I thought it was good. So, just like that, Luke and Bonnie are killed. So we have Mike, of course. Now the rest of them are holding this Russian guy hostage, which kind of gave me some Stranger Things vibes. Anyway, so anyway, I'm sure you guys know why. So anyway, we have anybody that's seen Stranger Things. They're holding him hostage and stuff like that. Kenny just wants to kill him, go at him. Hopper from Stranger Things. So anyway, we have basically so. They're holding him hostage. We have the ice scene or whatever. They're killed, and we have Jane, who she misses Luke already. That type of deal, whatever. So shouldn't have left. Maybe you would have spent more time with him. So anyway, we have basically Kenny, who's trying to get the truck started or whatever, and we have basically Mike, who shoots. Now, okay, this part for me is crazy. Basically, the part where Mike is against Clementine, basically, and you have the Russian dude who shoots Clementine, and you go into the flashback with Lee and Clementine. Now, as soon as I saw Lee, I'm like, oh, man. And I'm like, okay, they're not killing off Clem, because I know she makes it to season 4. So that kind of took me out of the experience a little bit, because I knew full well that Clementine was going to survive that. But it definitely was shocking. Now, the one thing I don't like about this episode is that the episode basically ends with just Jane, Kenny, and Clementine, the kid, the baby. So the big decision you have to make is whether or not they start fighting, of course, and do you have to kill, do you kill Jane or do you kill Kenny? Now, honestly, some people might hate me on this one, honestly, but I decided to kill Kenny. Kenny this season, I liked him when he returned, I really did, but it was a quick decision, and I kind of regretted it when he went down and stuff like that, but, I mean, Kenny even admitted it when he was dying. Like, he even admitted to the fact that, like, I screwed up. Like, honestly, like, I deserve to die. Like, he was really, he was saying similar stuff to that. No, don't quote me on that, but he was saying similar stuff to that. Honestly, for me, I don't know. I just couldn't do it anymore with him. And that's the big decision you made. And then, basically, you leave Jane, and you have just Clem and the baby that go off. So, where does season 3 go from here? What happens to Jane? Kenny's dead. Mike and the Russian dude are still out there. And, just what happens next is really the big question. But the big moment of this episode definitely would be Kenny's, death. I do kind of regret it. I do. But at the same time, if I had to pick one, honestly, Kenny was just pissing me off too much, honestly. I just couldn't stand him. And, even though it's a big moment because he's one of the only members from Season 1 that's still alive, now it's really just Clem from Season 1 that's alive. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. I think that, honestly, it was Kenny's time to go, and I can't believe they even made us make a big decision like that. But, that's what happened, basically, and, just when I got that option, shoot Jane or shoot Kenny, I was like, oh my god, they're making me choose? Like, honestly, I didn't expect it coming at all. So, anyway, there's kind of a reaction review to these episodes. I have to say, now, we will discuss them more in the live stream, coming up this Thursday, but just as a kind of review and recap, I hated episode 4, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but episode 5 was very, very good. There were gripes, I had, a couple problems with them, but I really did like episode 5. Episode 4, though, definitely the worst episode of the series. I agree. I think episode 4 really could have been a lot better, and, you guys know I'm honest, when I don't like an episode, I say it. Episode 4 wasn't my episode, but episode 5 was very good, and I'm curious, because I know season 3 is a very hated season, so I'm interested in seeing how season 3 goes. So season 3 reviews starting up next week, of course, the first Tuesday of June. Of course, stay tuned for those. But of course, guys, if you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan for Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I will see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.